Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting marigold seeds indoors for this year's garden. I usually buy marigold seedlings every spring, but since I plant a lot of them around my garden, the cost can really add up. So this year I decided to grow them from seeds instead. Since we have long winters and short summers here in Winnipeg, starting seeds indoors gives the plants a really good head start before outdoor growing season begins. In this video, I'll show you how I sow my marigold seeds, the soil mix I'm using, why I like adding vermiculite, and some of the benefits of growing marigolds around the garden. Starting seeds indoors gives the plants a head start before the outdoor growing season begins. This helps them grow stronger and become more established by the time the weather warms up enough for planting outside. Starting marigold seeds indoors also helps them bloom earlier and continue flowering longer throughout the season. I've already started sowing my marigold seeds in a cut-up milk carton filled with a mix of peat moss, coconut coir, perlite, and a little bit of vermiculite. Vermiculite helps improve moisture retention. It acts like a sponge, holding water and slowly releasing it back to the roots as the soil starts to dry out. Perlite, on the other hand, helps improve drainage and airflow. Together, they create a light and balanced mix that's great for starting seeds. When using a tray like this, it would be quick and easy to simply scatter the seeds on top of the soil. But the way I'm sowing them takes a little more time because I like to leave some space between each seed. That way, once the seedlings grow and it's time to transplant them into bigger pots, it'll be easier to separate them without damaging the roots too much. Marigold seeds are small and light, so they can be sown right on the surface of the soil and then lightly covered with a thin layer of soil or vermiculite. I'm pressing it down lightly just to make sure the seeds have good contact with the soil. Sprinkling vermiculite on top of surface sown seeds helps hold moisture near the seeds, which is important because seeds need consistent moisture to sprout properly. Since surface sown seeds are more exposed to air, they can dry out quickly, and a light layer of vermiculite helps slow down moisture loss from the surface. It can also help keep the seeds in place when watering. Here are the marigold seeds a few days after sowing. They're now starting to sprout. The pots and soil are already prepared, so all I need to do now is separate the seedlings from each other. This is where spacing the seeds during sowing really helps. Seeds that were sown too close together or on top of each other can develop roots that become tangled. That makes them harder to separate and increase the chance of damaging the roots during transplanting. Here they are a few weeks later. They're about an inch tall and have already developed their true leaves. And now it's time to transplant them into their individual pots. If I leave them in the same container for too long, they'll start competing for space, water, and nutrients. When that happens, their growth can slow down, and they may not grow strong or as tall as they should. Most marigolds are grown as annuals, meaning they complete their life cycle in one growing season. In colder climates, like Winnipeg, they die when the first frost arrives. In warm, frost-free climates, marigolds can keep growing and flowering for a much longer time. But most common garden marigolds are still considered annuals rather than true perennials. When transplanting, always make a hole in the soil that's big enough to fit the seedling's roots comfortably. This helps prevent bending or damaging their roots. After placing the seedling in, gently firm the soil around the base of the stem to remove air pockets and make sure the roots have good contact with the soil. Marigolds are more than just colorful flowers in the garden. They can also benefit nearby plants in several ways. One of the biggest advantages of planting marigolds is their ability to help deter certain garden pests. That's one reason why I always plant marigolds around my garden, especially around my vegetable garden. I usually plant them between or around the vegetables I want to help protect. Marigold's strong scents may help discourage insects such as aphids and whiteflies. Some varieties, especially French marigolds, are always known for helping reduce harmful soil nematodes. Marigolds also attract helpful pollinators like bees and butterflies, which can improve pollination, especially for vegetables and other nearby plants. In addition, their bright flowers attract beneficial insects such as ladybugs and hoverflies that feed on unwanted pests in the garden. Watering the seedlings right after transplanting helps them settle into their new home and recover from the move. It also helps reduce transplant shock since moving can temporarily stress the plant and slow down water uptake. So, watering after transplanting helps the seedlings stay hydrated, settle in properly, and recover faster so it can continue growing smoothly. Marigolds are easy to grow, beginner friendly, and they're also great companion plants for the vegetable garden. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future garden updates. See you in the next video, and happy gardening! Bye! If you're in Winnipeg and would like to receive 5 free jute plants, please leave a comment below and let me know you're interested. The giveaway is on a first come first served basis while supplies last. I'll contact you with details on how and where to pick up the plants. Thanks for watching and good luck!